Well, so as Colleen was saying, that this whole month we've been talking about the different Reiki energies and the different levels. So, Reiki level 1 and 2, Reiki level 3 or master, and Karuna Reiki. So, if you missed any of those, you are able to go to our YouTube or our podcast um, platforms, and those have all of the different things that we've been talking about this month. And if you wanted to kind of learn more about any of those, you're welcome to go to those and catch up with what we talked about. And then also, of course, the guided meditations or invocations or journeys, depending on how they come out, are also always posted there as well. All right. So, as you kind of may have felt in the invocation, today we will be talking about the animal Reiki energy and symbol. So, the animal Reiki symbol is one that we can also say out loud. It is the tree of life, animal Reiki energy and symbol. And it is the same symbol actually for the animal Reiki 1 and 2 and the master class. So one of the things that when we were talking, Colleen and Sue, who is here, and I and Danny and the Reiki Lifestyle group, we sort of realized that we've talked a lot about the animal Reiki energy and how it relates to of course, how we can do Reiki with animals. So the class is tools and techniques on how to do animal Reiki sessions. The symbol is it's very beautiful and gentle, but also very powerful for using for animal Reiki sessions. And then also that it's open to all lineages. So it was very direct about that, about wanting to be open to all lineages. And of course, you can you can do your own style of animal Reiki. So there's other lineages of animal Reiki. You can just use your existing animal or your existing Reiki and existing Reiki symbols to do sessions on animals as well. But in that class, we do a lot of tools and techniques on how to do, additional tools and techniques that we've learned through years of experience, through what the energy has taught us, and through the what the energy has taught us as well in the divine animal kingdom. So you can actually find all of those resources on our YouTube. We just created an animal Reiki playlist. So you can go through all of the videos there's how to do sessions, there's guided meditations, there's Reiki journeys, there's healing experiences, kind of the differences between human and animal Reiki and why there's differences between it. And so we've kind of done all of that in the past. And like I said, you can find that all on our YouTube. YouTube is Reiki Lifestyle. You can just search that and you'll find it. And we just created a playlist. So they're all kind of consolidated into one piece. And so go to check that out, because that really, all of those talk about the tools and techniques that are super helpful, whether you have or are called to this energy or not. But one of the things, I digress, getting to what I was originally saying. One of the things that we kind of realized is that we haven't really talked a whole lot about the outside pieces of what the animal Reiki energy does. And one of the really, really deep and big parts of the energy is the connection to nature, the deeper connection to the earth, the deeper connection to the spirit of the earth, the connection to the tree of life. And all of that is in addition to the tools and techniques, but that we haven't really talked about that a whole lot. And people go into the class and talk about, they go into the class because they're like, oh, I want to learn how to give Reiki to animals. I want to, I'm really connected to animals and really just called to this class. And then as they go through the 2 or 3 days, depending on which level they're taking, one of the most common comments, I would say, like probably the number one most repeated comment that we get in the class is how unexpected it was, the deeper level to the connection to nature and to earth, as well as healing for themselves, because that's the other piece of this. Just as we go into a human Reiki 1 and 2 class, and we go in there because they're like, okay, I want to learn Reiki. Sometimes we're really called to it. Other times we're like, I don't know why I'm saying yes, I just am. And you go into it because you want to learn the tools and techniques and be attuned to the Reiki energy. But what happens in those classes is the incredible amount of healing that you receive just by being attuned to the Reiki energy, just by doing the experiences and the different levels of Reiki energy on yourself or others, that creates this amazing circle of healing for you. And the animal Reiki classes and the animal Reiki energy is the same. So you go into the class expecting, oh, I'm going to learn about animal Reiki and how to do Reiki for animals. But between the attunement process, which is a placement style of attunement, so it's kind of like a guided experience or guided meditation where you're tuned to it. And we also have healing experiences in the class. So one of the things that we do in our classes, at least, it can be in a little bit different order depending on who your teacher is the Garden of Forgiveness healing experience, day 1, morning 1, where you are taken to the Garden of Forgiveness and lifting all of the places where you might have grief or guilt or shame, or there has been incidences that have happened either with animals or with nature that you're carrying, and it lifts it from you and for you. And there's nothing that you need to do. The energy, the light of Reiki just comes in and lifts it from you and for you. And that healing experience is so incredibly powerful because there's some things in there that we don't even maybe realize that we're carrying. It could be an incident with, an insect that we had as a child that comes up in these experiences that's lifted from you, let alone, maybe even our animals or different things with nature that you might be carrying. Of course, we know that in this world today, we have a lot of grief that we can carry for nature, for the planet, climate anxiety, all of these things that we carry as people as we're trying to move into this place where we are living in more communion and harmony with the earth. And so these things that we carry, it lifts the grief from us so that we can come from a place of more clarity for ourselves, so that we can come from a healed place and really find those places where what we can do to help, how we can live in, it's not just in harmony, it's in communion, which is in a place of ecosystem with the animals, with the planet, seeing ourselves as equal to them, because so many of us carry this feeling in our heart and in our body that as humans that we are not, that we are less than or worse than, and it brings this imbalance with us, an imbalance of empathy, not just with our animals or animals in general, but also with the planet. And so what this energy does, what these experiences does, is it helps us with that. So we have this energy to use and utilize and carry within us, and have it flow through us so that we can come from a healed aspect with that, so that we can utilize the energy, the animal Reiki energy, the tree of life energy, to help us navigate this planet, to help us navigate how we move within the world, to help us navigate in our space, to help us navigate all of it. And so that's one aspect of it. And another aspect of it is just this incredible connection to nature, because that is something that we do within the class. We don't just work with the animals, we also work with sending Reiki to the spirit of the earth. So we actually spend time with pictures or live streams of nature, like the ocean, the rivers. Colleen has this fabulous picture of mushrooms that she took. And so we spend time with the mushrooms, we spend time with the mountains, the desert, and all of the different places that we may be connected to with nature, sending Reiki to it, and also receiving from it. Because that's the other piece of this that happens, is that we shift that, where we're giving and we're also receiving from nature. And that is another place where our relationship through the energy deepens in a way to that spirit of the earth, the divine spirit of the earth, heaven on earth, all of these, the beauty of the earth, all of these really high frequencies that we already carry. We might already have those. We already, I would say probably every single one of us here feels really connected to the earth and to nature. It's, part of being a sensitive person. It's part of energy work. It's a part of that healing process that I think we all go through when we are doing energy healing, when we're connected to this type of light bringer work. Also cities. So that's another piece of it. We send Reiki to cities because cities are a part of the earth. The earth has always said that in doing this work and learning from the earth, right? Learning from the earth is that everything is made of me. The cities are made of me. The element, everything that's made of the elements of the earth, right? The periodic table, the elements of the earth, all of it is made from the earth, and connecting into all pieces of it. What does it feel like when you are connecting into the heartbeat of a city? There was this one amazing video several years ago that was, I think it went viral, but it was showing the traffic patterns of New York City and going in and out the traffic in New York City. And when it put it all together over the morning and the evening, over several days, it looked like a heartbeat. That was the point of the video. It was from a, kind of a nature perspective of how beautiful that this city had this heartbeat that, was in line with the heartbeat of the earth. And it's not bypassing the things that we know that we need to fix. So that's the other thing. But what it does is it lifts so much of that from us, because we're one person. We can't fix it all. How do you move into communion with it? How do you see the beauty in the heartbeat of a city? How do you see the beauty when you're in the middle of the city, that is made of the earth? So, and then we have the tree of life, which is the name of the symbol. It's tree of life, animal Reiki energy. And we were all really surprised when this, when we were all really surprised that this was what the symbol was, because we were all, expecting a paw or some sort of animal or something like that, that was going to come through. And so it was the tree, and we asked it, like, why the tree? And it was because the tree of life is something that we all relate to. Animals have protection from it, or for it. They eat from it, and the human animal as well. And so it provides shade, it provides life. And so we all relate to it. On top of it, the tree of life is a symbol, and many of you are already connected to the tree of life in your energy healing and the different ways that we all connect to the tree of life, because it's also a symbol and um, uh, uh, an archetype and actually a physical piece. In when we were researching it, we didn't realize how many spiritual, religious, cultural pieces that have the tree of life in their practices. So almost, we can't research all religions across the planet, but so many religions, a lot of the major ones have some sort of tree of life, is as a part of their religion in some way, shape, or form. And then also ancient. So going back to the, even the Egyptians, even before that, the tree of life is a part of their religions and spiritual practices and cultures. And so just again, that communion piece of all people, of all life, of all plants, of all animals, the earth, the waters, that joining together of this commonality that we have through this symbol. And that is so much a piece of why it is the symbol in the animal Reiki energy, even sacred geometry. And so just seeing this archetype across that really answered that question for us, because we are connected to it. And as we move more and more, as we work to move more and more into communion with all people and all beings on the planet, having that commonality, having that connection. And the other part of it is that it was very specific about that unification between heaven and earth, between our divine and our human spirit, and unification in general. And then also that it's open to all lineages. And then finding out that the tree of life is a common symbol in so many places, so many throughout time, that it just answered more and more of that part of why it came through as the symbol, unification. And so, we hear all the time too that the healing that comes from the class is not just unexpected, but also inexplicable. Sometimes that the idea that that it's sometimes the most powerful class and energy that people have received. And I think also because people come in not expecting that it might even exacerbate that idea a little bit more. But just seeing how it has connected us to nature, how when we are in nature, in the forests, in just even our homes, putting our feet on the earth, using this energy, using this symbol, is just deepened that relationship in such a profound way for all of us, and so many that we talk to about the energy. And that is a part of it, and part of what we've even been listening to and about with it is like that we need to talk about that piece more as we are listening, continuing to listen to the energy on a deeper and deeper level, is that connection to nature, to the spirit of the earth, to the tree of life, to the just that piece that is, we're energetically the same. We are all one, and we are one with the earth, we're one with the trees, we're one with the plants and the waters and the deserts and all of the things, the elements. And I think Taylor, it was you that talked a little bit or made a comment in the comment section also about not just the earth, but the cosmos, this universe, this galaxy. And that's another place that we'll send Reiki energy to, and also to receive from it. Again, it's that receiving piece as well, about how we'll send it to the moon, receive from the moon, the planets, the solar system, the galaxy, and go all the way out into the universe, right? Because as Usui Sensei said, I am the universe is me. We are the same energy, just reformed as everything else. And how do we connect deeper into that place? How do we connect deeper into it and deeper into ourselves? Because we are finding this connection deeper into the earth, and also the healing from the earth, the healing for the earth, and that exchange, because it's not just an exchange. It's not just an exchange with the animals, it's an exchange with the earth. It's a blessing from us and for us with the earth. The divine in me sees the divine in you, and vice versa. We do that in the animal Reiki placement. We have this bow to them, they bow to us, and we are exchanging our blessings. And the same is true with nature. It's true with the tree of life. We receive from her and she receives from us. It's true with the plants and all of the things that we send Reiki to in the classes that are nature, is that we bow to them, they bow to us. It's an exchange of love. It's an exchange of blessing. It's an exchange of healing as we receive from that divine place, as we receive from that healed place, so that as we come forth from the energy and utilize the energy and come forth from the class, that we are living in that place of communion and exchange and blessings, and that really deep connection with the spirit of the earth. So, Colleen, did you have anything to add around that?
I think it sounded very complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really beautiful energy. We talked about all the qualities and in other places, but that's a place that we realize that it happens in the class, and the healing is profound. I know it has been for us authors, the experiences, because we do experiences in every day. We do a placement, and a placement is just a style of attunement. So we do an attunement each day in the 1 and 2 class. And then we do healing experiences each day in the 1 and 2 class. And same with the master class. So we do an ignitions each day in the class, and then we do healing experiences each day in the class. And the healing for ourselves is so needed, because that's the other thing. It's so needed in our current environment for ourselves. It's so needed for all of the things that have happened around us, within us, maybe even that we have done in our lives. And the healing from that, the lifting of that, is so profound for each of us. And it continues, the depth of it continues, because as we know from our human Reiki and our Reiki sessions, and just the work that we do with energy healing, it's a spiral, right? We continue on that path as it gets deeper and deeper, as we continue on this work. And we may even revisit things as we continue on this work. And so as we continue with it, the listening around it, the having that energy within us just continues that path for us on that healing. And then it just obviously doesn't, it goes without saying for the animals as well, and for our own animals, but it really is, when it comes down to it, our animals have things that they need to heal, and the Reiki energy is really beneficial for the animals. And of course, we're animal Reiki practitioners and the authors, so we use it a lot for our animals and all the different scenarios that come up, and animals in the world, not just our own. But what we kind of realized through it all is that really it's us that needs the healing, because we're the ones that need to get on the level of the animals, and see ourselves in the same light as them. And we need the healing in order to do this work. And that tree of life does that for us. The Reiki energy does that for us. And it continues outside of the class as we work with it deeper and deeper. We use it in our human sessions. I call it in my preparations for every human session, because there's always things that the qualities of it can bring in. And then when we're out in the forest, I use all of my, well, even in my home, as I'm staring at my tree of life out my window as it's snowing outside. And I connect into that so deeply all the time. But I use all of my Reiki symbols, but this gentle yet powerful energy is just another level of connection with that tree, with all of the trees, when I'm at the ocean, all of the different scenarios. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that that is it for today.